Hello, everyone. Brady here to talk about this week's live eviction, HOH, and a really big announcement for Big Brother. I switched up some camera settings, so hopefully it's a little easier to see me. I know it's weird. I'll try to turn down the brightness on my monitor and stuff. But before we get into Big Brother stuff, very quickly, I want to announce a lot of you guys were in the fantasy league last year. So if you are interested in joining a fantasy football league with myself, Charlie, Garrett, and Ben, last year's winner, those are the 4 guaranteed spots to start. There are 10 spots total. So if you're someone that you would like to join the fantasy league, we're going to draft some point, probably next week, later on in the night, not Wednesday, but another night after that. Probably sometime next week. So if you're interested in joining that, let me know. Send me a DM on Twitter or just tweet at me, and then I'll DM you, and I can get your email. I can invite you through NFL.com. However, Anton, yes, like you were in the league last year, so I'm sure you'll want to be back in, which is great. So just make sure to send me your email address and stuff like that, or send me like a whisper, stuff like that. Hello, Maddie Mose. Hello, Justin. Hello, Coleman. Hello, everyone. Welcome. All right, so let's get right into Big Brother talk. First, Justin says, I think if Haley wins HOA, she should put up Sam and Casey with the possibility of backdooring Brett. That would be interesting. Tommy says, hello. Hello, Tommy. So let's do a quick little recap on what happened on this episode. So we covered a lot in this episode. Yeah, last night's episode was the Zingbot episode. To be honest, how do you guys feel about Zingbot? To me, I feel like Zingbot's getting a little old. The jokes weren't even really that great last night, and I don't know, Zingbot just hasn't been up to par with like the first couple times. I think it was just more interesting before. I don't know, maybe that's an unpopular opinion, but that's just kind of how I feel. Waiting for the episode here on the West Coast. Yeah, Jeremy, I always thought that was that would kind of stink if I was out on the West Coast. I mean, it's good because it starts so 10, 11. So it starts at 7 there. That's one thing that was weird when I was in Las Vegas. I always thought like the sporting events on the East Coast, like I'm a Red Sox fan, Patriots fan, stuff like that. The two, like the 1 p.m. kickoff games are coming on at 10 a.m. there. I feel like I wouldn't like that, but it'd be kind of nice. Aaron says, does anyone know who won HOH? I currently have the live feeds pulled up right now, Aaron, and anybody else who's wondering about that. I have the live feeds pulled up. If they come up, I will definitely let you know. What happens, but right now they're just showing some old episodes. So hello everybody. Hello Jeremy. Hello Mad Mom. Hello Tyler says not funny. Veracity, I finally made it. Yes, welcome. Are you gonna do that ranking every season video? That's the hope, Coleman. So it was pitched to me and Charlie, and trying to make our schedules line up is tough, so I'm hoping on like a Friday or Saturday night Charlie and I can do that. We're planning on doing a podcast where we rank every Big Brother season from best to worst. Also, my apologies for looking homeless. I'm super poor right now. I'm waiting till I get paid tomorrow so I can go get a haircut this weekend. So hopefully next week I'm not looking like this. It looks terrible. Yeah. Cloud says, are you going to show it? Usually I kind of flash in and out of the live feeds. Usually, I can't keep them up all the time. I'm not trying to get the channel banned. That way I can come back and we can have more updates every week and have podcasts and stuff like that. But yes, usually I have the sound playing in the background. If I play a sound right now, you can hear just old footage. So there's no reason to play it right now. But yes. Coleman, that's interesting. Okay, we'll talk about that. So in this episode, let's get started. So we went into veto discussion as we saw earlier on in the week. JC did a lot of work behind the scenes this week to get Scotty nominated, basically planting the seed with Fessy that Scotty and Haley were getting a little too close. Jealousy set in with Fessy, and he decided that Scotty has to be the target because he's too sketchy. And let's be real, JC has been in Fessy's ear the whole time. Like, so has Haley, but Haley's not nearly as aggressive as JC. So JC was going to get him to do whatever he wanted. Yeah. And so, dude, Justin, I'm not shaving my head. Dude, that's crazy. I can't do that. I'd look terrible bald. There's no way I could rock the bald look. And so JC did really well this week, got Scotty on the block, and in order to save, because Scotty's actually loyal to Tyler, and let's be honest, who isn't now? So Scotty goes up on the block alongside Brett. Brett made a very good play in which he revealed in his outgoing video to the person that got evicted. He said that he needed to tell Fessy that he was the one that voted against the rest of the house last week, the one spare vote, because he wanted Fessy to not trust him and he wanted Fessy to put him up. That way he could play in veto, because Brett was afraid he was going to be backdoored. If that is the case, then that is a very good move by Brett. Ballsy, though, considering he ended up winning veto, but yeah. So anyway, it's pitched by both Scotty and Sam that maybe Haley needs to go on the block. Fessy was never going to do that. Look, Fessy is – I don't want to call him I don't want to call people an idiot because it's easy looking from the outside in. But Fessy has made questionable decisions, but he's not going to put Haley on the block. It's not going to happen. And that made him trust Scotty even less. And so he's like, okay, Scotty needs to go home, so I could put up Sam and maybe she'll go home, or I could put up Casey and guarantee Sam goes home. So that's what he did. Casey went on the block. The eviction happened, and it was the first unanimous vote of the season, which is awesome that it came down to final 9 to get a unanimous vote. And by a vote of 6-0, Scotty went home this week. And then it was revealed that there is going to be a battle back, that Scotty and Bailey and, God, who is the third person? Who got evicted last week? Caitlin. So that Bailey and Caitlin and – no, Caitlin went home way earlier than that. Jesus, help me out, people. I'm going crazy. But the first 4 – Rockstar, duh. Yeah, see, she's that – see, I don't want to call her useless, but she kind of is. So, yeah, Rockstar, Scotty, and Bailey will all compete along with whoever's evicted next week in a battle back, and the winner of that gets back into the game. We were thinking that was going to be the case last week. We talked about it. I guessed that was going to happen, and yeah, it's happening. So we kind of saw how they wanted someone to come back into the game, and we had this power that Sam had at the beginning of the game, and it never worked out. Caitlin failed and didn't come back into the game, so we kind of could have seen this coming. Because if they want to do a double eviction, they need someone else to come back in order to be on schedule. So it made sense. So, and by the way, update, they're showing old Zingbot episodes, so yeah, we don't need to watch that on feeds. And they got Shelly up there. Shelly is not my favorite house guest. She was obnoxious to me. Okay, so that's the big announcement, was that Battleback's coming back. And then we started the HOH competition, in which the contestants need to dig through a pit of plastic balls and find coins, which give them admission into shooting like a basketball into a hoop. If they miss their shot in one of the hoops, then they are guaranteed a number anywhere between 1 and 40. So if someone makes the shot, then they're going to be HOH. If they miss the shot, then they get a number, and then they got to see if everybody misses their shot, then whoever gets the highest number will end up winning HOH. So, yeah. Tiffany says, when they started the comp and Julie told them they could give tokens to whoever they wanted, you could see on Hayes' face she knew Ty and Andrew not going to work with her. Yeah, so Haley is smart, but she understands now. It kind of stinks because, like, we saw in the episode today that Fessy and Haley realized that they needed to start working with other people, and so they tried working with Tyler and Angela, but Haley knows that it's too late. You know what I mean? Like, it's just too late to make that kind of a move. They decided to stick with their alliance, but they're not even really sticking with their alliance. They're voting. Their alliance has been turning on each other every single week. And Casey said it, like, this is the easiest week ever. Like, they're just going against each other. It's amazing how much these people don't work together. It's terrible alliance. They've never trusted each other. And even Scotty, when Scotty got evicted, he said, oh, this all started going downhill when Fessy didn't use the veto on Steve when he promised him he would. That right there, so that's where it got ruined with Scotty. And then Fessy's jealous that Scotty and Haley talk so much. And It's crazy. And then Scotty was stupid enough to go up to Fessy and tell Fessy that he had feelings for Haley. If you're trying to get the HOH on your side, why are you saying that? I mean, I know Scotty was already dead in the water, but man. Yeah, so Deborah brings up a great point. Brett didn't leave a stupid goodbye message this time. Started thinking about votes. Thank God he realized that, because Fessy did not. Fessy came out there and was like, basically called Scotty an idiot. And now that we see, Scotty's probably the favorite to come back into the house. If it was between Bailey, Rockstar, and Scotty, I think we're either going to take Scotty or Bailey. And I think Scotty's got the edge right now based on past competitions. So it's dumb. You have to have jury management. And everyone has been, not everyone, but so many people have been leaving these terrible eviction videos, like telling people all about like good riddance, see you later. And even though Brett was happy to get Scotty out, Brett was like, that stinks, that you're gone. Garrett's a troll. It's just, you have to understand that these people have the game in your hand. You have to play with the thought in mind that you might go to final two. Brett, Ange, and Fess have thrown away votes. Absolutely. And yeah, so Brett's already thrown away 2 votes with Bailey and Rockstar, terrible speeches. And then Fessy already threw away 1. It's just awful. There's no way Brett's going to get a vote from Bailey or Rockstar now, because while it is still a game, Bailey and Rockstar have proven that they're going to vote probably based on personal reasons. And if Brett is just laying into them on their eviction speech, that's what they're going to remember. So it doesn't matter if they come back into the game now, they're going after Brett as well. So it's just dumb. Tyler doesn't want to use the app. It will break the trust if he has to. The App Store wasted twist. Yeah. So let's talk about Tyler really quick, Tiffany and everybody else. By the way, thank you guys. We got 39 watching right now. Please make sure you subscribe. I usually try not to ask for stuff like that. But we've been doing pretty well lately, getting the subscribers back up. It was up over 800. I remember last year when we were going strong, and we have a lot of you guys that are loyal and in here. It's like the same 35, 40 of you guys hopping in. But if you're new, please hop in chat. Please talk to me. I like interacting with chat, stuff like that. Yeah. And Hunter says some people vote strategically in jury and some people vote personally. Exactly. Like Scotty is such a big fan of the game. Scotty will vote strategically. He'll vote based on who's played the best game, Justin says subscribe. Thank you, Justin. I appreciate that. So anyway, just you have to understand. You have to assume you're going to the final 2, right? And Tyler has almost guaranteed himself to final 2. If people don't catch on to Tyler within the next, I'd say this week or next week, if we get to the point where that person comes back into the house. Now, if someone comes back into the house, like, God, you know what? I mean, I don't think Bailey, Rockstar, or Scotty would come after Tyler if they came back in. So unless someone gets evicted next week, like let's say somehow Brett goes home and he realizes that it was Tyler that was kind of behind him being the one evicted over someone else. Like let's say it's Brett and Rockstar. Let's say Haley wins and Brett and Rockstar are the two up, or Brett and Casey are up there, and Brett goes home and he realizes that it was Tyler, and then Brett wins the battle back. Then Tyler might be screwed, but it's just weird. So Tyler has a final 2 now officially with Angela, JC, Sam. Definite, like explicitly stated final 2s with those 3 people. And now he cut a deal this week, not even of his own doing, of Fessy's doing. Him and Angela cut a deal with Fessy and Haley, basically ensuring that if Haley wins HOH this week, then Tyler and Angela are safe. They're going to say they're playing with them, and then the next week they can vote them out, and they're going to be loyal to level 6. Oh yeah, so it's just Tyler's got final 2s. Always got a final 2 with Casey as well, as Tiffany said. It's just he's got final. We're in the final 8, so Tyler has 7 possible people to make final 2s with, and he has final 2 with 4 of them. And Tyler literally, Tyler's job now is to not win head of household, to win every other competition. That's Tyler's, so it's just, man. Tyler will beat Vanessa, and I will laugh when it happens. It's possible. Yeah. I don't think Brett would go for Tyler at all. I don't think so either. Not right now. Tyler's sitting really pretty, but who knows? Dale says CBS should not show goodbye messages when they have a battle back. I agree. I think it's just one of those things where CBS didn't want to reveal to us right away that we were having a battle back when Bailey was evicted. Because if they tell us right after Bailey's evicted, oh, there's going to be a battle back, we're going to say, okay, well then that means that these next 3 evictions are kind of pointless. Because now we know whoever gets evicted next week is going to have a chance to play again, so they're not really evicted. So next week doesn't feel as important. CBS doesn't want that to happen for 3 straight weeks, The only bitter jury member will be Bailey. Rockstar is a super fan. She'll vote for the best player. I don't know, Tiffany. I'd have to disagree with you on that one. Rockstar seems way too emotional for me. If the king returns or queen returns, Angela will be screwed. Maybe. Hopefully they drop JC soon. He's so hard to watch. Annoying how they portrayed him as a puppet master this week. I think JC did do a good job this week, keeping up with feeds and stuff. He did do a good job this week, and he played a little bit of puppet master, but how hard is it to really play puppet master with Fessy? He's basically just been confused most of the time. Quick update. I don't think they're going to show this competition on live feeds. If they were, then live feeds would be back up by now. So I don't think we're going to know who won HOH until way later tonight. So I probably won't stay up. It's school night for me. I'm a teacher, so I gotta be up at 6:30. So I probably won't stay up. If they were showing the competition, be like, sure, I'll watch it just like I always do. But I might end up having to just hit the hay. And if you want to get an update on who wins, just follow Twitter. It's great. At BB_updates, I think it still is very good. And at BB Gossip is fantastic as well. I think whoever comes back will go right away. Jeremy, that's generally what happens, which kind of stinks. Like because that's how people are, like just like we voted you out once, we want you out again. And they're an easy target. It's like the very beginning of the game. How like with Steve, I said right in the beginning in our preseason rankings, I was like, it's so easy to just vote the old guy out. You know what I mean? And so it's so easy to just say, let's just vote the person out that we already voted out. If Bailey comes back, who's she going to align with? She's going to try to align with Fessy and Haley, and it's just not going to work. If Scotty comes back, who's he going to align with? Nobody. Nobody wants to work with Scotty anymore. If Rockstar comes back, who's she going to try to work with? Fessy and Haley. Not going to work. We have 3 people that will come back and have no numbers. And that the other side of the house isn't going to want to bring in an extra person anyway. So, yeah. Coleman says, what season did they start battle backs? Was it 15? I can't remember. Let me see. Did they do a battle back in 15? I think they did, because in 15 we had all those like weird couples, and I think someone came back. I think you're right. And 14 is a little foggy for me. Charlie's the one, like, for whatever reason, Charlie knows, like, you name a season, like, you just name a number, and he knows all the people on it. But, yeah. Welcome, Brian. Rockstar cannot return, says Jake. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Rockstar is just not my favorite player. You know what I mean? Like, she's fine. But I like people that play the game hard. That's why, like, right now, I'm really hoping that it's, like, Level 6 has been playing such a good game. And I know Charlie, I talk to him all the time still, and he says Casey's still playing such a great game, and she really is. She's in the top alliance, and she hasn't had to make moves, so why should you rock the boat, Oh, yeah, there you go. Yep, Judd came back. Thank you, Brian. Well, the Battleback winner wins HOH, then they're in the best spot possible. I can only hope Scotty will win Battleback and HOH also. Man, that would be good. Who do you think will return out of the 3 right now? I'm almost hoping that it's Bailey, because I think Bailey would be the most willing to work with like anyone in the house. Whereas I don't know, I don't really trust the others. Sorry, I'm gonna eat cheese stick. My late night snack. All right. Veracity said, I wish Battleback winner got some kind of advantage, like maybe a power similar to Tyler's non-power. It's hard because you're going to be in – it's going to be Final 8 again. So you don't want to give a power that's too crazy because – oh, someone just followed me on Twitter. Thank you, Amani. Appreciate it. So I don't know. You don't want to give a power in Final 8 because then all of a sudden, what do you do? Give a power that almost guarantees someone to the Final 5? That's tough. Would Bailey get her power app back? No, I don't think so. The Battleback winner should win 2 weeks out to block. Once again, guaranteeing someone Final 6, that's tough. It's almost guaranteeing them the game. That's 2 weeks where you can that's 2 weeks where you can just try making deals, and if you piss someone off, you can come back to the drawing board because in 2 weeks the whole game has changed again. So you can risk a lot. Usually battlebacks are endurance, physical, so unless a big physical threat goes out next week, it'll be Scotty. Yep, I agree. Scotty's the front runner. Generally what they do with the battlebacks is we'll be sitting here. Well, all of us will be hanging out. Me plus however many are here. Anywhere between 40 and 60 of us will be sitting here. I'll be giving you live updates on the endurance comp, and it's usually an HOH and battleback comp all in one. In which the battleback people, all they have to do is outlast each other, and if they outlast everyone, then they win HOH as well. So yeah, this comp should be on the feeds. I agree. I'm checking, but it's not. I don't know why it's not. Shannon says I was late to say those battleback. Yep. Double eviction will probably be in 2 weeks. I don't know. Do you think they do the battle back and then do a double eviction to get them down to Final 6? I guess it's possible. I guess they could. It's probably either the week after. It's probably not next week, but the week after or the week after that, right? To get them either down to 6 or down to 5. I think getting them down to 5 would be good. Let's do one regular eviction after battle back, so that's not all condensed. You know what I mean? They always do puzzles for battlebacks. They've done that in the past as well. But yeah, I know what you're saying, Fume. And there's another person. Bucks fan was in our fantasy league last year. So if you're just hopping in now, if you want to be a part of the fantasy league this year again, DM me on Twitter with your email address, and I'll send you an invite on NFL.com. I got it pulled up right now, and so far we got the automatic entries. Like I said, myself, Charlie, Garrett, and Ben, who won last year, and we got 6 more spots. And if you were in the league last year, I'd love to have you back. Okay. Still about 35 days left. Yeah, I think it's gonna go really, really quickly though. Fantasy L. Yeah, it happens. Rockstar could return with mental, but not physical. Oh, if it's endurance comp, there's no way Rockstar's coming back. And Big Brother, who knows? I mean, I'm not saying that they rig stuff, but if they would rather have, if I'm CBS and I'm like, all right, it's Scotty, Bailey, Rockstar. Those are our 3 right now. Let's go with an endurance competition because I'd rather Rockstar be the odd one out. Melissa said that's only 5 evictions. I mean, I don't have the calendar printed out in front of me, but I mean, that would be interesting. Let's do a triple eviction. I think they did that one time in Canada, and it was ridiculous. It was crazy. They do rig stuff, says Mad Bomb. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff about that. I mean, we definitely see that they can manipulate some stuff with editing. So I think Haley goes this week, so Scotty wins. Yeah, I think Haley's probably the easy target. Well, actually, no, I think probably Fessy's the easy target this week. The other side of the house, I think that there are people. I think Haley is someone that I'd be comfortable with. I mean, JC would like to keep Fessy. I think he's really the only one. I think other than that, I think Tyler knows. I think Tyler trusts Haley more. I think that And I think everybody else trusts Haley more, or at least feels like they can work with Haley more. Sam is the easy target. Yes, but I think easy targets are generally the ones that go home in the second leg of the double eviction. I think that they know a double eviction is going to be coming up soon. The house guests know it. There's always a double eviction. And I think Sam's the easy one where it's just like, whatever. Let's just send Sam home, get the least amount of blood on our hands. No one, it's been a while since we saw a big move in a double eviction where someone just went for it. I'd love that. Tiffany just subscribed. Thank you, Tiffany. Appreciate that. But yeah, anyway, I thought it was a good episode. As per usual, this season's been great. Can we just appreciate this season? I know that this week for me was frustrating just to see Fessy mess everything up so much, especially since we understand how we understand what's going on and Fessy doesn't. And then I'll answer one more question. Welcome, Raven. And Raven says, do you think Tyler's plot for the end will happen? Yes, I do. I think Tyler's going to win this game. I really do. I've said that since about week 2. And I think Tyler's going to win this game. Would you consider this the best season in 10 years? Coleman, for my personal preference, I really liked watching Derek work in his season. Also, which one was the one with Frankie and Zach and them? See, once again, I know people, but was that 16? I liked that one. I thought that one was really good. So, or 17? I don't even know. Anyway, yeah, I really like those two. So yeah, I was laughing when he proposed the alliance with Tyler. Yeah, we're the only ones to have made big moves. I know. He was like, we're the only ones that can win comps anymore. Like, I'm sorry, but Brett's a comp beast. They are not the only 4 to win comps. Put it that way. Anyway, check Twitters to see who's going to win the HOH competition. I got to go to bed. It's 10:30. I'm an old man. As you can see, I'm getting old. I got the stubble. I shaved this yesterday. It's bad, man. I look like a college professor already. Anyway, I hope you guys have a wonderful night. Thank you for hanging with me. We've had 30 concurrent viewers or more every single time. And man, this is a good season. I appreciate you guys. You're awesome. Hit me up on Twitter if you want to join the Fantasy League. Make sure, go to bed, you old fogey. Whatever, Justin. Join the Fantasy League. I'll make sure we play week 1. Anyway, make sure you like and subscribe. Click the bell so you know when we or I go live. Would I compare Tyler to Dr. Will? Not that much. Dr. Will was a little more mischievous, and I like that. I like that a lot. Steve Moses coming back next season. If he's coming back next season, hey, we're friends on Twitter. Maybe Steve can get me on the show. Have a great night, everyone. Stay awesome. Stay beautiful. Stay healthy. Everyone's getting sick this time of year. And until next Thursday at the latest, hopefully before. See ya.